this basket here in the back, this one is about 3/4 full. Okay, this one here, I'll measure it here in just a second so you guys can see the dimensions of it. But this right here, this size basket, 3/4 full with red oak that's just split. You know, it's not seasoned. This is about the maximum that the RK24 will pick up. Now, what I've done, I didn't get a video of it. I should have, but I did fill that basket completely level to the top, and the RK24 wouldn't even start to bring it up off the ground. So what I done is I just started taking out layer by layer and got it down to there, and that right there, you know, it'll pick that up pretty comfortably. You can still tell it's pretty heavy. Not exactly sure how much it is, how much it weighs, but you know, I do have the backhoe on the tractor. It doesn't, the back wheels or anything, you know, they don't come up off the ground or anything like that, but you can definitely tell just driving around steering it that you got some pretty heavy weight out there. So we'll try to get a measurement here and see what size this is. I measured these once, can't remember what they are, but that's roughly about 45 inches wide and about, oh, it's right at 39.5 deep. Long, lengthwise, and then from the floor of it, from the floor to the top is about, oh, about 40.5, 40 3/4. So that right there, that size IBC tote with that amount of green red oak, that's about what you can expect the RK24 to pick up and handle. Now, like I said, you know, you look at that and that doesn't really look like a whole lot of firewood, but for that type of tractor, you know, that is a pretty good lot. That's a pretty good load right there. And of course, that one, I'm still filling it, trying a different way of stacking it. First time I filled with these, so just kind of experimenting a little bit with them. But on the other hand, now you can see all my logs I have here. And if you watch the other videos, you've seen where I had the trees cut up on the hill back there. This is just some of the aftermath of working on cleaning it up. Okay, this piece here is pretty good, pretty decent little chunk. Now you can see this one's about, this piece is about 6 foot 8 inches. Oak, and it's about 16.5, but actually right at 17 inches round. That's a pretty heavy chunk there. But like I said, didn't have any problem at all carrying that one down here. And piece here, that one's about 12 inches, a little over 12 inches for that piece. And see how long it is. Try to get my tape line out there to it. It's a little bit crooked, that piece is. It's roughly, that one is just under 9 feet. Just under 9 feet for that one. 9 foot. And of course it's a little bigger on that end, a little bit, but it's cut on an angle, so I can't really get a good measurement on how the circumference of it. So we'll step over here and measure this old great big one. Okay, now this big one, now like I said, now the RK24 would not pick this up, but this is about 7'9" and it is roughly around 23 inches. But like I said, I just took the bucket and rolled that one down here. Now this piece here, it's got the big fork on it. Now that's a heavy chunk. Now it carried this down here without any problem. You can see this was the end. This was more towards the top of the tree. When it fell, it actually dug into the ground. That's why you can see all the rocks stuck in it. This piece here, let's check it out. The main trunk of this one is, well, you can see right there, right there, it's right at 12 feet all the way to the tip. Plus, you've got that branch there that's about 4 feet. And then this one is, see how thick this one is. This one's gonna be right at 15 inches. So I believe that's pretty good for that little tractor. We're going to work on cutting these trees up, logs where we had cut. Just cutting everything up for firewood. And then work on splitting it some too. But wanted to try to get a continuation in here of the last video I was doing on how much this thing will pick up. This is probably one of the bigger logs I've got that you know, sitting here that it will pick up. I'll get some measurements on it so you guys can see. But that is a solid chunk of red oak. That's you can see it there in comparison to the tractor. It's a pretty good chunk. Now that old big one right there. Now it like I said, it wouldn't pick that one up. I rolled that one down here with the bucket, but everything else behind that, everything else you're looking at, now that it did carry all this other stuff down here, every bit of that, no problem. That right there is probably about the heaviest one of all of them. Of course, it's a little bit off where it's got this big fork sticking out on it, but as you can see, it still didn't have any problem picking that up. So we'll get the saw and get to cutting some of this stuff up. had to go back to the spray paint and tape measure. Had the piece of wood rolled over and broke my little measuring stick I made. So gotta get it fixed back to the old school way. Well, I believe that's going to wrap this one up for the day. Me and Lindsay got to go out and run a few errands and pick the kids up. But got a pretty good lot cut up today. And try to get on splitting this coming week. Start getting it stacked up. But anyway, yes, the RK24 is a very stout little tractor. Pick up probably anything you want to need to pick up, but it does have its limits, as do all your smaller tractors like this. Now I know I've talked to people and they say, well, you know, you can adjust on your hydraulic pressure and you know, shim your valves and stuff like that and get a little more pressure. That's all fine and dandy, but I look at it like this, you know, once you start exceeding the limit of what you know, a small piece of equipment's rated at, you'll start noticing, you know, pins bending, metal becoming stressed, bent, cracked. See paint starting to flake wherever all the tension's at on your loader and stuff. And then, you know, I've heard horror stories of guys picking up stuff too much, and then down here, like where your loader frame mounts to the frame of the tractor, you know, they would end up cracking this or breaking the welds, breaking the bolts off, stuff like that. You know, these things aren't, they're not D8 dozers, you know what I mean? They do pretty good, they save you back in a lot of ways, but they're not a piece of coal mine equipment either. They do pretty good though, for what they are. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. So if you like these videos, please like them and share them with your friends. Thanks for watching.